Yo, what's going on, guys? This video is gonna be kind of like a three-part video. I'm gonna be going over how to find your daily bias, a little bit about how my entry model is, and how to align your entries with your daily bias so that you know which way to enter the market. Let's go. I'm gonna hop in the charts and I'll see you in the charts. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, let's get to it. First of all, we need to find daily bias, right? When I'm looking for daily bias, there's three main things that I look for. Which is the overall structure of the market, 2, liquidity, and 3, fair value gaps. So let's get into it in this scenario. Also I first start on the daily chart, the 4-hour one, then the 15. But okay, let's get into it. This is the daily. At first glance, it looks like we're in a market maker buy model. If you don't know what that is, there are YouTube videos on market maker models you can look up. But yeah, first glance, it looks like we are towards the end of the market maker buy model. So I would think that we go to this previous high. We are respecting all of the bullish PD arrays going up. So leaning more bullish at this point, right? Overall structure is bullish. All right, number 2, I look for liquidity. What has been taken and has been left open or has been generated, or what would we target? So the first thing I see here is there are these equal lows that's been taken out, and I could see us taking these out going up to this high, right? At least back up to this high. So since we're respecting these gaps, I figured we will be bullish after we take this out. All right, number 3, fair value gaps. Okay, what gaps do I look for? All right, so I look for the most recent gap at first, see what's going on with that, if it's respecting or disrespecting. In this case, this gap right here is the most recent gap. It is holding the price bullish, right? Nothing closed under it. It did open under, but it did not close under. So the next gap, this gap is also holding bullish, right? This one is also holding bullish. It bounced off of this gap, which is delivering from this gap basically, and delivering from this one as well. But ultimately we are bullish because all of these bullish PD areas are being respected. We are at a little speed bump right now because it is bouncing off of this gap that is holding price down, but overall bullish. All right, now that we're done with the daily, we drop down to the 4-hour and we do the same thing: structure, liquidity, and fair value gaps. So first glance, the overall structure on the 4-hour is not too clear. So I mean, in the past couple of days we've been going on a downtrend, but yeah, if it's unclear, I move to the second part, which is the liquidity. As you can see, these equal lows have been swept, and immediately after that, this fair value gap has been inversed to the upside. So I would assume that we would go up here to take this high out on the 4-hour. So I am bullish on the 4-hour. So again, structure, liquidity, fair value gap that got inversed. It kind of did close under here, but it reversed so quick that, you know, I would still say that it's holding price up. So yeah, 4 hours bullish. So daily bullish, 4-hour bullish, right? Now that the 4 hours done, we drop down to the 1 hour. All right, so on the 1 hour, again, overall structure looks bearish. We've taken out liquidity here. We took out some of these imbalances. We mitigated all of those imbalances. We are delivering from the 1 hour now because it is holding the price at the 1 hour gap. We fly right past this gap, and now the next gap that I'm looking at is this gap up here. So I would say that the condition for me on the 1 hour is that if we close above here and retest it, we will come back up to this high at least. Ultimate goal will be this high up here, and then after that on the daily is all the way up here, but that's really far from now. So right now I'll target the internal highs and then the external. But yeah, on the hourly, we would like to see us close above this gap, maybe retest. If we don't retest, it's fine, and then ultimately hit this high right here. So that's the condition for that 1 hour, right? So now we move down to the 15, and the 15, same thing. You know, it was a downtrend. We took out the equal lows. Pretty sure we're holding a gap, right? We're holding this gaps over here, right here. We swept it, inversed this momentum candle right here shows a lot. That is a lot of pressure going up, right? So overall, I'm bullish. So at this point, I would only be looking for long entries on the lower time frames. Before we get into aligning my entries with the higher time frame, you have to know my strategy. So real quick, in a nutshell, my strategy is inversions, inversion fair value gaps. What I would like to see, or what I need to see, is some type of liquidity being taken and the fair value gap being inversed to the upside. If I'm going long, I'll need it to inverse this gap. There's a lot of other factors that go into this, by the way, but it's hard to show you live time. I mean, it's hard to show you in a replay. It's better to be live with me. That way I could explain what's going through my mind, you know. So I encourage you guys to join my Discord if you want to learn a little bit more in depth. But yeah, so my strategy is basically liquidity and a inversion fair value gap. So anyways, we'll go back to where we were. I'll drop down to the 1 and look for entry or to hit either this high or this high. Right now we will look for, let's see, on the 2 minute, is there any gaps that we could use? No, let's check on the 3. All right, on the 3 minute there's a gap right here that we could use. All right, I'm not sure, I didn't play this out yet, so I would like to get this taken out first and then we go back up. Let's see what happens. See, we take that out. Do we take this one out? I'm actually doing this live right now, so okay, here we go. This might be a good one. You see how this low gets taken out. We are kind of delivering from this. We are delivering from this. All right, so I don't know what happened. My OBS just stopped recording, I guess. But what happened was there was a fail. Okay, obviously you're gonna have failures. You're gonna have losses in this game, right? So this was when the 2 minute inverse. So yeah, that was a fail, and then switched back to the 1 as I was replaying this, and I saw this BPR. So this is a fail, and then I saw this form on the 1 minute, which is a BPR, and those are like one of the strongest PD arrays. So if that breaks, that usually is a tell sign that it's going the opposite way. Yeah, I waited for this 1 minute BPR to break, which it did break, and TP has been smacked. So, but yeah, that's what happened, you know, aligning my entry to the higher time frame, right? So on the daily, we were bullish because overall structure showed that we were bullish to the highs up here. It was market maker buy model on the daily. The 4 hour was bullish because we swept these lows and inverse this high, inverse this fair value gap. The 1 hour, same thing. Once we inverse the fair value gap, drop down to the 15 minute inverse, and then I dropped down to the lower time frames for my entry. And all my entries were bullish entries, long entries. As you can see, we had one fail, which is, you know, if you manage your risk correctly, then it shouldn't really matter. And the second one, it would have made up for the whole loss and some. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do every single day that I get on the markets. You know, top-down analysis, then align my entry to the bias of the higher time frame. I'm gonna keep this video short. That's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys liked it or learned anything from it, drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, everything. I don't really get to trade every single day now, but I do. Every time I do trade, I will post a video of that trade being taken. I also do have a live Discord if you guys want to join. The link will be in the description. It's totally free. It's not really that big right now because I just started it and I just started making content and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys want to, feel free to join in. You can have a more in-depth understanding of my strategy and my entry model if you join my Discord, because I will be explaining everything that I do live. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.